Good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here with Midwest Market Solutions. This is Market Insider TV. This is our opening commentary, and it is June the 3rd. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us here. Hope you had a great night. Looking forward to today's trade activity. We have overnight markets in the grains just closing here now. Corn firming up as we're about 4 cents better in the December corn. July up 3 3/4. Beans were the upside leader, up 6 1/4 in July. November up 3 3/4. Meal and oil share also higher. It's the oat market that is the only one that's trading lower. And this market is up near its old highs, maybe leading, giving us a leading indicator that the grains are ready to have some sort of a rally in here. And wheat futures up 4 3/4. Kansas City up 2 3/4. And Minneapolis is 3.5 lower in the Minneapolis Grain Exchange. This contract here not traded overnight and doesn't reflect that. This is yesterday's gains, not the overnight. Dollar index 49 points higher. Natural gas is slipping here. We rallied overnight, but we are pulling back off of those highs. Crude oil 80 points better, adding to yesterday's advance. Stock market down slightly along with gold and silver markets. That's getting you caught up in the overnight markets. I did RFD TV yesterday. I will be doing a podcast this afternoon for Backroads of Illinois and talking about the markets. No TV today that I know of. It will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. All right, let's take a look here at some news and some features, and make sure, as always, you go to our website. You can sign up for our newsletters and our text message services. So, corn condition yesterday improved 1% to 69, good to excellent. That was about as expected. Last year we were 75, good to excellent. So this, I think, should be a little bit overall supportive to the corn market. Maybe a reason why we're bouncing overnight, as the conditions are not as good as a year ago at this time. And even though we're planting more acres, maybe this crop isn't off to as good a start as what we had previously thought. Certainly need a little bit more cooperation as far as Mother Nature goes for some heat to help the crop emerge. But where they haven't had a heavy rain, crop looks really good in a lot of areas. Seen some pictures out of South Dakota. I've seen some crop in Kansas City that look really, really good. Soybean conditions 67% good to excellent versus 68, which what was expected. So we're seeing a little bounce as ratings, again, similar to corn, maybe not as good as what we had thought. Crops around here don't look that great, except for wheat, which looks outstanding. But corn and beans in my area, too much rain, a lot of yellowing and stunted growth. And there's people who say that in their areas, but also some who say they badly need a rain. Maybe in the Omaha Council Bluffs area, it badly needs some rain, as it just is too dry in those areas. So after yesterday's crop progress and planting conditions report, roughly 7.1 acres of corn needs to be planted yet. That's about normal. And 13.7 acres of soybeans. That would be ahead of normal. Usually should have about 17.6 million based off of the March 31 plantings report. So we're normal to ahead of normal as far as our planting pace, but the crops are not as good as a year ago. Spring wheat conditions improved to 50% good to excellent. That's up 5% from last week. Still well below last year's numbers, and should find support on any weakness. Winter wheat ratings 52% good to excellent, improving 2% on the week. Winter wheat harvest is now 3% complete compared to last year's 5%, and the average is 3%. So harvest will advance here, but we are seeing more rains by this weekend, during the weekend it looks like. Yesterday afternoon, USDA reported census crush for April, 202.4 million bushels. That is a 14% increase from last year's low numbers and a new record for the month. So some strong crush numbers announced yesterday. We have full recap of that census crush number in our newsletter this morning. This week's cattle facts show us it's up about 2,100 head, total of 219,000 head. Cash calls are steady to higher once again. No worse than steady. Looking to add a couple dollars. Packer margins in the red by about $95. And this Friday, June the 6th, June live cattle options go off the board. First notice day for June live cattle futures is Monday. That's June the 9th. So dates for you to keep in mind. Unemployment numbers also coming out Friday morning. That should be a busy morning. Have a great day, everyone, and good luck. Good trading, as always. Reach out to us. We'd be glad to talk markets with you. This has been Brian Hoops. Have a great day.